I'd like to thank Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Hailey with Hailey Stitches, and today I'm going to show you how to make a super cute fat quarter quilt. This pattern is called 4-Patch Sawtooth Star, and today we're going to do the baby version, which measures 36 inches square. All you'll need for this project is 4 fat quarters and 1 yard of fabric. For the next week, you can grab the pattern for completely free using the link in the description below. After that, you'll be able to get it in my shop. So grab your fat quarters and let's get started. Everything I'm using in today's video will be linked below. For this project, you're going to need your cutting mat and your rotary cutter. You'll also need a matching thread. My go-to is always this Dove color by Aurifil. You'll also need your long quilting ruler, and if you have a couple of smaller square rulers, that'll be helpful too. I'm using a 6.5 and 9.5. Pins are optional. And you'll need a marking tool to mark your half square triangles. I'm using the Styla. This is a water erasable pen, and I'm going to be using these alpha clippies to keep everything organized. And then for fabric, we're going to do the baby size quilt. So you'll need 1 yard of background fabric and 4 fat quarters. So I'm going to cut into 4 of these fat quarters from this bundle, and I just spread everything out. There's 12 in this bundle, and I just need 4. So I tried to pick ones that I thought would look nice together. I wanted a nice balance of the larger hero prints and the smaller prints, and I knew I was going to have a white background, so I wanted to make sure there was contrast. After cutting into this fat quarter bundle, I had 8 fat quarters left, and I knew I wanted to turn them into an adorable little baby quilt. But I didn't want to just throw something together. I wanted to choose something that felt modern and special. So I went to Skillshare for some inspiration, and I found a class called How to Make a Crib-Sized Triangle Quilt by Jennifer from Lindy J Quilts. I'll be honest, triangle quilts always felt a little intimidating to me. I love how they look, but I'm always like, oh, okay, I don't want to mess this up. What I loved about this class is that it's broken into short, really clear steps: cutting, layout, sewing, quilting, binding, so I could just follow along at my own pace and actually feel confident instead of stressed. And that's honestly what I love about Skillshare. They have creative classes taught by real experts, artists, designers, entrepreneurs, and makers, so you're learning from people who actually do this for a living. It's one of my favorite places to learn a new skill or pick up a new hobby without getting overwhelmed. If you've been wanting to reconnect with your creativity and maybe scroll a little less, Skillshare is where humans learn from other humans. And right now, the first 500 people to click my link in the description or scan the QR code will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. So if you're ready to turn leftover fabric into something special, go check it out. Now let's get back to the video. I pressed my fat quarters, and now it's time to cut into them. So we're going to cut each of these fat quarters exactly the same way. And I'm going to cut this green one on camera because I think it has the best contrast for you to see. So we are going to do the shorter side to the left and right, and the longer side up and down. So it should be 18 inches wide and 21 or 22 inches tall. And the first thing I'm going to do is trim up the edge to make it a nice 90-degree angle to work from. And then we're going to cut a 5-inch strip. And then the next strip we're going to cut is actually 11 inches. So I don't have an 11-inch wide ruler. Mine is only 6 inches wide. So I like to use the measurements on my cutting mat. Before you do this, just make sure that your cutting mat and your ruler match so you have an accurate measurement. So I cut my 11-inch wide strip. Now it's time to subcut our strips. We're going to start with the 5-inch strip, and we're going to cut this down into 5-inch squares. So you'll end up with 4 5-inch squares from each fat quarter. And then we're going to subcut our 11-inch strip into 1 11-inch square. Again, using the measurements on my mat because I don't have a ruler that's that size. So each fat quarter will get you 4 5-inch squares and 1 11-inch square. Now it's time to cut the background fabric. So we're going to cut this background yardage into 2 11-inch by width of fabric strips and 1 5-inch by width of fabric strip. And then we're going to subcut these strips down. So I'm just stacking all the same size strips together so I can make this nice and fast. We're going to cut a total of 4 11-inch squares. And out of the rest of these 11-inch by width of fabric strips, I'm going to cut a total of 12 5" by 5" squares. So I'm just cutting this down into 5" strips and then subcutting from there. And that final 5" strip will get us 4 5" squares. So we're going to end up with a total of 4 11" squares and 16 5" squares from this background fabric. So here is all of our cut fabric. We have our large 11" squares and our smaller 5" squares. We're going to use all of these to make our blocks. But the first step is going to be making our 8 at a time half square triangles. So we're going to set aside those smaller squares. And to make these 8 at a time half square triangles, we're going to pair one background with one fat quarter square. These are the larger 11" squares. And the first step is to draw 2 diagonal lines on the lighter square. So they should be intersecting in the middle. And then you're going to pair the 2 squares right side together. So the side that's not marked with the pretty side of the other fabric. We'll take it to our sewing machine and sew 1/4 inch away from both sides of the line. Then we're going to cut on that marked line. And we'll cut on both diagonals. And we're also going to cut on the halfway point of each of these triangles. And that is going to give us our 8 at a time half square triangles. This is what it'll look like at this point. And the next step is to press our half square triangles. So I'm going to press towards the darker fabric. And then we have to trim all of these down. So all of these half square triangles are going to be trimmed down to 5" squares. So these should end up being the same size as those smaller squares we cut earlier. And the most important thing when you're trimming half square triangles is to make sure that diagonal line on your ruler is matching up with the diagonal line on the half square triangle. And you want to make sure you're trimming every single side so you get a perfect square. So we'll trim all of our half square triangles, and then you're going to repeat the 8 at a time half square triangle method for all of your fat quarters and background squares. This is what we end up with. We end up with our half square triangles and our 5" squares. Everything here should measure a 5" square, and then we're going to pair it up with our background squares to get our pieced blocks. Each quilt block is going to consist of 1 fat quarter square, 1 background square, and 2 half square triangles. So we're going to piece them as rows, press in alternating directions, and then sew that final seam to get our final quilt block. It's important to press in opposite directions so that everything nests together and you have some nice crisp intersections. These pieced quarter star blocks are 9.5 inches unfinished, and make sure that you square them up as you're going just to make sure everything is the same size. So you'll repeat that assembly method for the rest of your fabric that you've cut. So I am going to lay everything out, all of my fat quarters and colors out into just these 4 quadrants, and I am going to chain piece these to make it go a lot faster. My favorite tool when I'm chain piecing is this little thread cutter. So instead of having to go through and cut each thing, I can just use this and it makes it so much faster. It's literally one of my favorite things. And one thing I want to point out with these sewn blocks is that you will have this extra kind of overhang of the white background fabric, and that's totally normal. So if you're a beginner, just keep in mind that this is where your 1/4 inch seam allowance is going to be. So you do want to have some of that white showing because that's just going to show up back in the seam allowance and give you those crisp points. So here I've split all of my quarter stars into their fabric. So we have 4 of each fabric for this baby size quilt. And you can make this however you want to, pair them up. You just need 4 blocks to make one large star. So I am actually going to sew them all exactly the same and then just rotate them. Something I like to do is put all of the blocks up on my design wall, and I can use batting to stick it to it, but I also can use pins, so I'm using pins for this example. But each of the blocks are exactly the same. They're just rotated. So I liked how that looked, and that's what I'm going to end up with at the end. I am making sure that the light ones are next to the dark ones, and that's just going to give it a nice contrast and make sure that everything looks nice after it's pieced. So here we're going to piece it the same way. We're going to piece in rows, press in alternating directions, and then sew the 2 rows together. And just keep in mind all of your points if that's important to you. To keep your crisp points, you'll want to make sure you're pinning and making sure everything's lined up.
And here you can see some of this fabric is directional. I don't mind too much if my fabric is upside down or whatever, but if you do, you'll want to keep that in mind as you're cutting your fat quarters and making sure you're keeping that in mind as you're laying everything out. And I am going to press these large 4-patch stars open just to kind of reduce that bulk of having all of those pieces pieced together. Now I've sewn all of my 4-patch star blocks together and I've rotated them the way that I want them to be after they're pieced. And I pieced the blocks together into rows and I'm going to press in alternating directions and then I'm going to sew the rows together to get my final baby quilt top. So this measures 36 inches square. It's a perfect size for a baby quilt. And here is the big overview of what I ended up with. This is the perfect quilt to use up any fat quarters you have remaining in your stash, and I used Christmas fabric for this one because it's what I had on hand, but hey, you can never start sewing your Christmas gifts too early, right? Remember to grab the pattern using the link in the description below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!